Have you ever looked up in the starry night and thought, what kind of worlds are out there? There are 100 to 400 billion stars in our galaxy alone, and the estimated number of galaxies in the observable universe? Around 2 trillion. There could be anything out there, something you could dream of, or something you could never even imagine. Today, we're exploring 5 of the most extreme planets ever discovered. Meet HD 1-89733, a gas giant, located in the constellation Vulpicula, which appears blue, similar to our own planet. It looks calm and inviting, right? But don't let that color fool you. The blue color is not from oceans or atmosphere. It comes from tiny particles of glass in the sky. Winds on this planet reach 5,400 miles per hour, 7 times the speed of sound. These winds hurl the glass particles sideways, creating a razor-sharp storm circling the globe. If you could stand on this planet, you'd be shredded by wind and glass in an instant. It is beautiful, and it is deadly. TRES 2b is like space's version of a shadow that became a planet. It orbits a star about 750 light-years away in the constellation Draco, and it's roughly the same size as Jupiter. But here's what makes it eerie and unforgettable. It reflects less than 1% of the light that hits it. That's darker than charcoal, darker than black acrylic paint, darker than anything we've ever seen in the natural universe. It's not just dim, it's almost completely invisible, even when starlight pours onto it. If you were close enough to look at it directly, it wouldn't look like a planet. It would look like a cutout in space. Silhouette against the stars, and yet it glows faintly red, like embers in a dying fire, because its surface is blazing at around 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Scientists aren't sure why it's so dark. There are no clouds, no reflection, no shimmer, just heat and darkness. This is Wasp 76b, another gas giant. It orbits its star every 1.8 Earth days. One side of the planet is always facing its star, permanently locked in daylight. The other side is trapped in endless night. The day side gets so hot, iron turns to gas. That iron vapor is carried by strong winds to the cooler side, where it cools and rains down as molten metal. Imagine a sky filled with clouds of iron, falling drop by glowing drop, burning into the dark side of the planet, a place where it rains fire every day, every night, forever. Next up is Wasp 121b, a gas giant that's nearly being torn apart by the gravity of its star. It orbits its star in just over 30 hours. The gravitational forces acting on it are so intense that the planet is likely losing mass into its star. Its shape is stretched, warped, like a droplet pulled thin in space. Temperatures in its upper atmosphere reach nearly 4,600 degrees Fahrenheit. Metals like magnesium and iron are vaporized. As they rise, those metal vapors heat up and begin to glow, forming a stratosphere that burns with light. It's one of the only planets where the atmosphere shines not just from reflection, but from the fire of its own vaporized metals. A glowing ring of heat and light, suspended above a world on the edge of destruction. Our final journey for today is to Kelt 9b, the hottest planet ever discovered, a gas giant. Located in constellation Cygnus, it's orbiting so close to its star that a year lasts only 1.5 Earth days. It orbits extremely close to its star, so close that its day side reaches over 7,800 degrees Fahrenheit. That's hotter than some stars. For comparison, our sun's temperature on its surface is 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit. At those temperatures, most molecules can't survive. Water is destroyed, methane is torn apart, even hydrogen begins to break down. The planet's atmosphere is being blasted away by radiation. It is slowly evaporating into space. Kelt 9b is not just hot, it is disappearing. At this rate, it may lose significant mass over time, potentially leaving behind a scorched core or vanishing entirely, burning from the outside in. A planet that is becoming nothing. These 5 worlds are not like anything in our solar system. They are strange, violent, but beautiful. They are also drifting in the endless cold space, just like us on our tiny blue planet, and they remind us of how little we know about the universe. There are billions of planets out there, and these are just a few that we've been lucky enough to find. Thank you for watching.